Allie. Join me as I create these velvet V earrings featuring some pearls and some Eva beads. Remember, if you need any supplies to create these, go ahead and look below the video. In the description of the project, we'll put links in there to get back to our website to gather up your supplies. Let's get ready to get started. So the first thing we want to do is put on a stop bead onto the bottom of our thread, and I'm using a size 11 or 12 needle and a size 6 dragon thread. This was inspired by a project that Chris King sent, that she did with one of the subscription boxes in the treasure box, and I thought this would be great to do a little bit more of an open kind of lantern chandelier look. You can totally change this up as we're working on it. I'm going to be working with some 3mm bicones, Eva beads, and then our 6mm pearls. To begin, I have that stop bead on the bottom of my thread, and I'm going to go up through my bead, and I'm going to add 1 11-0 followed by 1 crystal, 1 11-0, and then my pearl. Repeating that, 11 crystal, 11. I'm going to sew into the other side of that Eva bead, going up into that chevron, so that we're coming out the top here. I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7 of my 11-0 seed beads. Coming down the opposite side here, I'm going to grab the same thing, 11 crystal, 11, followed by my pearl, 11 crystal, 11. Up through the Eva bead on this side here, next to that stop bead. Nice tight pull because you want to get rid of any extra thread that's showing here. And now at this side, which is going to be our bottom, we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 of our 11s, followed by one of the little crystals, followed by 3 more 11s. From here, you want to go up into your second hole there next to your stop bead of your Eva bead, and you're going to have your thread and needle exit after the first 11-0 seed bead. We're going to build with 5 seed beads, a little V section, and we're going to sew up into the 11-0 seed bead as well as the Eva bead and over to the opposite side here of the Eva bead, going down the sides, reinforcing, taking that thread through, come down through the 11-0 seed bead again. As you come out the 11-0 seed bead again, right before that 3mm bicone, you're going to flip to the opposite side. So you want to make sure your thread and needle come to the back side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 11-0 seed beads. Same thing on this side. Going up through your beads, through that 11-0 before the Eva, around the Eva bead here. If you want to put a little 6mm pearl as a drop here, that would hang on the bottom like so. You could totally hang that down right now. 11-0 seed bead, pearl, 11-0 after, and back up through. And this time, rather than coming out that 11-0 seed bead, I'm going to go through the 11-0, which sometimes is a little bit tricky because you've got seed beads coming out both ways. It's a V in there as well. You're going to go through the 11-0 and through the crystal, and through the 11-0 after the crystal, up through the 6mm pearl, and then straight on through to the other side. When you're coming out the other side, I want you to exit before your Eva, go up into your Eva, up into your seed beads here. And when you're up at the top, I want you to come out through bead number 4. Coming out through bead number 4, we are going to prepare with a wire guard, which I swear I got one out, so I don't know where it went, but we'll grab another one out here. And the wire guards tend to have a little bit of a horseshoe shape. We are going to squeeze that horseshoe so that way it's more of a teardrop shape. Grab a 6mm pearl. You don't have to do this. You can just do a smaller crystal if you don't want as much red at the top. Grab your wire guard. Go through the wire guard and wrap around down to the opposite side here. Once you're down the opposite side of the wire guard, go through the purl. And when you come out of the purl, you want to go into that 11-0 seed bead from the opposite side of where the thread is coming out of. So my thread's coming out there on the left. I'm going to go into the right. And then if you can at the same time, if you can't, it's not a big deal. We're going down through all 3 of those seed beads. We're also going to go down through our EVA bead, and then we're going to exit out our 11-0 seed bead. Just like we did on the opposite side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 11-0 seed beads. Up here into our EVA again. 11-0 seed bead before the EVA and the EVA. Once you're through there, this is your opportunity to reinforce the wire guard going up through the purl. And I did this earring an embarrassing number of times to figure out how to get the least amount of thread through for you guys. Going up to the wire guard here and through the wire guard. When you come through the wire guard the second time especially, you just want to make sure that your thread stays in those little tracks. Because when you come out the opposite side, sometimes it likes to jump.
Get a touch of elegance this February. Subscribe now and receive the Lavender Lily chain bracelet, the simple swirl beaded necklace, and the velvet V earrings, plus the bezeled beauty bracelet as a welcome gift. That's 4 jewelry kits for just $59.99, delivered free to your door. Cancel anytime. No risk, just inspiration. Subscribe now and experience the joy of handmade jewelry. Only from PotomacBeads.
So pull slowly, making sure that thread goes right in that track and that it stays in there. Coming through, you're going to make sure, again, you come out the opposite side. Go in and wiggle down the seed beads here. And then same thing like we did on the opposite side. Once you're down through your EVA bead, you're also going to go down through the 11-0 seed bead after. And after you come out that 11-0 seed bead after, make sure your thread and needle go to the back. You're going to do your set of 5, that little V there. And you're going to go up into the 11-0 seed bead and up into the EVA bead one more time. What this is going to do is this is going to get your track for you that your beads sit in. Got to move my EVA out of the way there. And I'm not going to worry about my wire guard. This is an opportunity for me, so I just want to show you kind of those prongs. See how the 5 go to the front and then 5 go to the back in both the top and the bottom. Then we're going to go through all of these seed beads. I'm not worrying about going up through the purl again. I have 2 strands going through the wire guard, which is so plenty. And I said an 11 or a size 12 needle. Of course, I'm using a 10 because that's what I already had some thread on. So it's getting a little tight going through. Coming down then through my EVA bead. One last time there. I'm going to go down through the 11-0 after the EVA, and then we're going to go into my V section. Into that V section, we're going to go into beads number 1, 2, and 3. Remember, we did 5 beads that we went through. We're going and coming out bead number 3. We're going to look down across the purls, grab another purl here, go to the opposite side, and see the threads coming out the right side there? I'm going to go into the right side of that 3rd bead at the bottom. Go from the right towards the left. That's going to pull that purl right down there in the middle and kind of push out the sides. Back up through the purl. And then as you come out through that purl, the 11-0 seed bead that was at the top here is what we're going to go in and make sure. We're just going to pull that thread nice and tight so you don't see any extra thread. Now, remember my thread was coming out the right side of that 11-0? I'm going to go into the left side of the 11-0. Oops. And the reason we always go into opposite sides is because that balances it out and makes it hold in the middle. So you can see that nice V effect that you're getting of that open, almost chandelier type effect. You're going to go to those 2 beads there, through those, and not get caught on your pliers on the opposite side. Now, here's where we're going to go up through that seed bead normally. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak over to the opposite side so I don't have to go through my seed beads one more time. And I'm going to go through on the opposite side, not pulling super tight, and make sure I go through beads number 1 there is what I'm coming out of. I'm going to go through bead number 2 and out bead number 3. And you guessed it, just like we did on the opposite side, we're going to pick up our last pearl here, go through the pearl, then we are going to go through that middle piece right there, through that middle little seed bead, that bead number 3. Once again, when we pull, it kind of pushes those pearls out to the side to create that lanterning effect. Nice tight pull. Tightens up all that thread. And then just like we did on the opposite side, our thread's coming out there on the right, we're going to go into the left. And give a nice tight pull. That pushes our initial beads off to the side and creates that nice little X form in the middle that you're getting. It's a nice and tight earring as well because you've got thread going through in so many different directions. From here, we're actually going to go back down through the pearl one more time. Nice tight pull there through that seed bead. And notice I took the thread through so that way I'm headed towards my bottom here, through the other 2 seed beads, as well as the one leading up. I'm going to grab that bead stop, take that off, shake my size 10 needle through, and then all I'm going to do is, it's getting caught on that seed bead afterwards. If it wants to go through there, I'll let it go through, then I'll back it up. That's what it wants to do. All right, just let it go through there. And then once I get my needle and thread through, nice and tight, I'll take it back through that bead. And then nice and simple. All we have to do is tie those thread ends together. Tying those thread ends together is just as simple as left over right, right over left. We've gone through this project so many times with the thread that we don't even need to really worry about the thread coming loose. I want to show you the side view here, get a little bit closer as well. Looking at that side view, I know when we get really close it gets a little blurry, but looking at that side view here, you can see the whole way through the project. It's very two-dimensional, having that nice almost beaded bead look, where it looks like those pearls are floating in the middle. We're going to burn our thread edges down here, and then attach our ear wire by opening up the ear wire, pulling to the side, creating that loop on, closing up that loop, and that finishes up our open design there. Thanks so much for joining me in creating these velvet V earrings. It's really fun to combine the shapes, make them three-dimensional, and make the look your own. If you want to keep it more simple, you can go in and just create that X involved in the middle with just one pearl. If you need any of those materials, remember they're below the video. Linked in the description is a place to get back to our website to gather everything up. As always, if you haven't yet, hit that little subscribe button so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for joining and stay tuned for our next inspirational design.